welcome back to Massive Games, and today I'm taking around my new redesigned games room. If you haven't seen my previous one, I'll link it in the icon up there or in the description down below. But yeah, this is my new games room tour for 2020. So let's take you around. So yeah, that was a quick overview of my games room. I now go around in detail and tell you what's in my games room. Obviously not that much detail because there's a lot of stuff here, but yeah, let's take you around now. So first of all is my back of my door with my full base set of Pokemon cards. This is the complete first base set of Pokemon cards I've got. It took me a while and it took me quite a lot of money to get. I think I got this about 10 years ago now, but yeah, I've got like all the hollows at the top and stuff, and I've got some promo ones down here like the Mew one and that Pikachu and that Mew as well. Also down here is my 100 games bucket list. So these are 100 bucket list games I need to play. If you haven't seen my video on that, I'll link it up in the top and down below as well. But yeah, actually I've completed another world now which I need to cross off, which I'll do later. In this corner is literally some little drawers with the cables for my consoles, because I have my cables over there displayed, but all the cables are in here. So you got like Nintendo drawers, Sega, PlayStation, and some behind that table as well. Then up here is just a few boxes of my Legion stuff and an AT-AT, and here is a signed picture of Bosk, which I'm very happy with, and it's a random Pokemon card I've got. And up here is my Disney Infinity figures. These are all of them except from the Marvel ones, and cool picture there of Doctor Who and Star Wars. And this picture here was drawn by Sam Hardcore Gamer, which is a good friend of mine, and he did that for me. And there's my Star Wars Envoy poster thing, which used to be over in the middle of the room, but it's not anymore, it's here now. And this side here is just a tiny little shelf with a few of my other Disney Infinity figures, as well as a few Pokemon Amiibo, Pokemon stuff, and of course my Star Wars Battlefront poster, which I got from the midnight launch of the first game. This shelf here was a little shelf that I wasn't getting rid of. Had some of my games on, but I've actually kept it for my Amiibos, and it's filled the whole thing up near enough. So that's my Amiibo collection there. Splash Bros. Actually, that's all my Amiibos, yeah. So it used to be in this glass cabinet over here, but I'll get around to that why I moved that later on. But yeah, I've kept that little shelf just in the corner to put some of my Amiibos on. This first shelf here is my PlayStation / Crash Bandicoot collection. So at the top there is some Crash Bandicoot pops, some gold Totaku figures, numbskull, Crash Bandicoot duck thing, trophy, Crash Bandicoot there. And of course it just goes on. So this is my PlayStation 1 collection here. It's quite small. In this case there is some like unboxed discs as well. But yeah, there's my Crash Bandicoot games. And this figure here actually just broke. The leg's broken off, which I'm very happy about, and sticking back on. But yeah, that's my PlayStation 1 games. Then PS2, there's so many PS2 games. So there's this shelf here, which goes down to this shelf here, and then carries on to this third shelf here. So yeah, there's all my PS2 games, with some other Totaku figures, some Skylanders, Crash Bandicoot ones, and yeah, and then this goes on to PSP and PS Vita. As you can see, don't have many of them, mainly because I can't record them sort of games, so I don't really collect as much. But there's my PSP back there. Yeah, and then under here is my PS3 games, and then it goes on to PS3 and PS4. Now PS4 games, these are the ones I don't really play much anymore of, so I've put them upstairs, out of the way basically, because my PS4 is downstairs with my main TV, so all the PS4 games are down there. So once the PS5 comes out, and the ones I can't play on the PS5, I'll probably move up to here. And down here it's just literally some baskets of some like Skylander portals, Disney Infinity portals, stuff like that. Small shelf at the bottom to keep stuff in. Now this middle shelf is more about like stuff I don't really collect much for. So I've got original Xbox at the top, then I go down to Xbox 360, and then I go down to like my Sega Mega Drive, Sega Saturn, and then some Sega Dreamcast. Now I do like Sega consoles, but I was more of a Nintendo, PlayStation guy. So Xbox and Sega is kind of like a second console that I don't really collect much for, so that's why it's got a smaller shelf in the middle. Then my third shelf is my Nintendo shelf basically, so I've got some NES games back there. Again, not many. I wasn't brought up with the NES or SNES. I was more Mega Drive back then, so that's why I've got more Mega Drive games than I have NES and SNES. So I'm collecting more from my childhood. N64 on the other hand, I do have quite a few, not as many, and also N64 games in there as well. Probably some labels to put on there, but yeah, there's my N64 games. Now GameCube I was a big collector for, so I've got a few more GameCube games. Still not as many because they do not drop in price, they are quite expensive still. Below that is my Wii games. Again, these are really cheap, so I have quite a lot of Wii games. Yeah, Wii games down there, box, Mario Kart. And actually that one there is got Wii Sports in, but I didn't have a case for, so I've used that spare Mario Kart Wii case for Wii Sports in. So yeah, and then underneath is my Wii U games, which I did have more Wii U games, but because a lot of them come out on the Switch, I sold the ones that come out on the Switch to get the Switch versions, which, like Hyrule Warriors, I sold, thinking I'll get on the Switch. I still haven't got on the Switch yet, but maybe I will do one day, but yeah. And there's my Switch games, my cases. Obviously the actual games are in my Switch case downstairs with my Switch. But yeah, the cases are going to stay there. And under here, I'm going to go for now, is my Nintendo DS, 3DS, Game Boy games, and in this case here, I can't try and get in there, is my unboxed Game Boy games from Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, and normal Game Boy. Then underneath here is literally just a load of rubbish, like some old Nintendo DVDs I got from magazines. So that's my third shelf. So this box here is literally a random box that I put all of my pickups. So this month's pickups, yeah, I went a bit overboard on pickups this month. And that video will come out soon. Final shelf here, I don't think it's too much because there's a glare, but it's basically my tabletop shelf. So if you haven't seen my tabletop channel, Martin's Workshop, I'll link that down below as well. But yeah, this is like my second hobby, my tabletop. So this is my Star Wars Legion figures, which I still have to paint my Rebels. And then they got into my Necron, so I've got a lot of Necron models, as you can see. And then down the bottom is my White Scars. And a few town models that I've kept that I haven't got rid of. So yeah, if you're into Warhammer and stuff, then go check out my other channel. That's my Warhammer shelf. Here is like my skateboards. Again, I've got a third channel, Kickflip at 30, about skateboarding, so go check that out as well. Then coming over to the side of the room, I've got my Star Wars light things. I've got a Stormtrooper helmet and Darth Vader helmet over there. But this shelf has got my Skylander figures on top. I think that's all the ones I've got from all different versions. And then in here, again, the glare is a bit horrible, so I'll try and cover it up with my hand. But yeah, I've got my PlayStation collection controllers here. All different PS1 controllers, PS2, PS3 are in there. Then down here is my Xbox controller collection. So I've got a massive Duke at the back, the slimmer Xbox controller, 360, and a wide 360, and as well as Xbox One. This is my spare one. My other Xbox One controller is in my bedroom with my Xbox One. And down here is my Sega controller collection. So I've got a Master System, Mega Drive, Sega Saturn, and of course Dreamcast. I don't actually have a Master System, but I've got a controller. Don't know why, but yeah, there's my Sega controllers. And at the bottom shelf is a few Pops and some Lego Dimensions at the bottom as well, which I'm not going to get any more of because they're annoying. Then coming over to the other side, I've got my more PS3 controllers. I've got some random stuff up there, like the box N64 controller there. Some pin badges, some things, some, what's that thing called? The boat for the 3DS. Some books, Smash Bros CD, and yeah, I'm usually holding my DS, not DS, what's it called? Digivice. And then in this shelf is so I've got N64, NES and SNES controllers with a few N64 devices like the Rumble Pack and stuff, just because I didn't have any room in the N64 bit. And then go down to the Wii. So I've got the different Wii remotes I've got there, as well as the Pro controllers and the nunchucks. And down here is my N64 controller collection. Obviously the yellow one's up the top in the box, and down below is the GameCube controllers. It's got a few different variants of the Waverbird back there, and also that Switch Pokken controller is actually horrible, but I still kept it just because I want to. And of course the GBA adapter. And this middle shelf is kind of my Star Wars shelf. I mean, it's got a Marvel poster at the back, but yeah, it's got my X-Wing figures. This is X-Wing 1, which I don't really play anymore, but it's got my Star Wars Disney Infinity figures as well as a few random Star Wars things. That's like my Star Wars shelf. Now let's look at the main attractions. This is the game system. It's got my TV, all the different consoles. I've got a new gaming chair that I've got. So I got rid of the old sofa because it's like horrible. Got a gaming chair. And I've actually got a decent mic stand now, which I can adjust to where I want the mic to be. It's about how I used to have a table that sat in front of me. I used to knock my legs all the time, so getting the mic stand was absolutely amazing. But yeah, let's go through the consoles. So on the top with the TV, I've got two different PS3s. I've got my very first original PS3. It's not the really expensive one, it's the second one. So it plays PS1 games, but not all PS2 games. Then I've got a slim PS3 that plays PS2 games, but not PS1 games. That's why I've got both. Also, I didn't want to get rid of my old original one anyway. Even though it's a bit knackered, it doesn't play some of the games, but yeah, I've got both. And then in the middle I've got my, this is also my recording stuff, so I've got my camera holder, I've got my capture card, and I've got my mic for the lead for my mic. Then in the middle I've got my SNES Mini, PS Classic, with my hacked USB stick to play all different kind of PS1 games on my PS2, which are all the games I own, by the way. I've just ripped them and put them onto USB sticks, so all can be played on that PS Classic. Then over on this side I've got my Xbox 360. Then moving down I've got my NES SNES in this shelf here. I'm not sure I'm ready to pile them up, but I need room to put stuff in. NC2 down below on its little lonesome. Then I've got my GameCube and the Wii. The GameCube does have the GBA player as well, so I was very happy when I got that. It cost me quite a bit, but very worth it. Under that is the Wii U, which I've actually stood up on the side now for once. I've only ever done that now. It used to just, my Wii U is very scratched. I think it's because I laid it down. But yeah, the Wii U is there. Then up here is PS1 and PS2. Then I've got the massive Xbox that just fits into this, and on top is a Sega Mega Drive. Then I've got my Dreamcast and my Sega Saturn. So yeah, that is all of my games room, I believe. Just spin around just because I'm on the chair. But yeah, that's my games room for 2020. I do also have like my Switch, my PS4 and my Xbox One. PS4 and Switch are downstairs on my main TV, and my Xbox One is in the bedroom. So yeah, I do have the modern consoles, but they're not in this games room. So when the PS5 comes out, I'll probably move the PS4 up here. But yeah, that's my games room for 2020. If you like me, please get a thumbs up, new channel, or subscribe. Bye.